Hi everyone, we are here with Heath Corson, the writer of Justice League Throne of Atlantis. Now, you've done a few of these projects now for
I do, this is my
DC.
third.
Yeah. What brings you back to do another screenplay for them?
Are you kidding? Being able to play with these characters and like every time they're like, oh, this is going to be an Arkham one. I was like, oh, I'm in. And they're like, oh, this is going to be an Aquaman one. I'm like, oh, I'm in. Every time. These are characters I grew up with and I'm a fan as well as a writer. So it's incredibly exciting to be able to play in these sandboxes.
Now, this is loosely based on the first arc of the New 52 series, correct? Well, by Jeff Johns?
Later arc.
The later arc.
Yeah, Throne of Atlantis.
Gotcha.
Yes.
And what's the challenge then in writing something from that source material and then also making it your own? Because I know that you want to grow from this for future movies.
That's right. I will tell you, we were already off the rails in a really interesting way because we have Arthur Curry, who is not Aquaman yet. So this story is his origin story, and it really is Aquaman Begins. So right from the start then, page one, we are not in the same world as we are in the comic books. And one thing that James Tucker, our producer, is really good about saying is we're not going to give people the same experience. If you want the comic book experience, go read the comic books. This is going to be something a little different. So we start already a little differently with Arthur Curry, who's just lost his father, who's drunk at a bar with his head on the bar at a seafood restaurant talking to a lobster.
As he does.
As he does.
So now, is there a sequence that you wrote that you were particularly proud of that may have deviated from the book?
I was particularly proud of the lobster thing. I thought that was really fun. The notion that he's just some guy who's talking to a lobster and then gets into a big brawl about it, which is sort of what he was looking for, I thought was a really fun way to introduce this new sort of badass character.
Sure.
Or version, not character. New version of Aquaman.
Well, Aquaman can still be badass.
Yeah, he is badass. That's what I'm saying.
So, now, as far as the future projects are concerned, was there anything that you sort of dusted into Throne of Atlantis that leads to future projects, maybe ones that haven't been necessarily announced yet?
Listen, we progress a lot of character dynamics, and so say what you will. You know, we see a nice step forward with Superman Wonder Woman dating. That gets a little more complicated. We see some really interesting stuff, and I don't want to spoil anything, but keep your eyes open.
All right. Well, thank you, Heath, for talking with us. I really appreciate it.
He needs a code name.
Well, online they're calling him Aquaman.
Hate that.
Aquaman it is.